welcome back to GSR Season 14, Round 11 of our 12 race long season. My name is Soren, I'll be your commentator today, and I'm alone this time. Matt is not available at the moment, so sadly he will miss out the last two races of the season. But I am here now, and hopefully we will have a great race ahead of us, so we can have a lot to talk about. Let's see, maybe I can even fix it with the video mode, but nay, I'm not playing around with that now. Yeah, I'm sorry if the video is quite a little bit weird, but I don't know what's going on tonight, but I can't fix it. Anyway, we are here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit for our penultimate round of this season that we are having, and even though we are only 6 minutes to the end of qualifying, we should quickly, very quickly look at the race results from last week. Damn it, why is that bug this one? Damn, I really have to figure that out. Anyway, we had Thalo winning ahead of Speed Demon. Then, oh god, we had XD Joseph right behind him, then HRT Alfie in P4, Lazar P5, Callum P6, Weiss in P7, Quick P8, Jensen Bartley P9, and Harold P10. And when you're questioning yourself now, wait, where's Vapor? Vapor did DNF last time out at Abu Dhabi, so no points for our championship leader. What that means for the championship standings, for the driver standings, we can see right here. Let's move that. Why can't I move that? Come on, Jesus, what's going on tonight? Wait, nah, well, anyway, we can see everything that needs to be seen. Vapor currently still leading the title fight. Lazar close behind with 19 points, so there is a good chance for Vapor to clinch the title tonight. Speederman still could win the title as well, but he is a little bit further behind even, but still right there in P3. Smojic P4, 8 P5, Mistrici and Thalo then in P6 and 7, then Jensen Bartley in P8, Sturmer P9 and FO77 in P10. And let's quickly also look at the constructor standings, because there it's close as ever. Alpine leading the way with 186 points, and then we got McLaren and Sauber both tied on 182 points. So the top three constructors, 2 races before the end of the season, are only 4 points apart. So this is really going down to the wire. That is gonna be an amazing title fight, I reckon. And in P4 we have Red Bull then quite a bit behind. Aston Martin in P5, Haas in P6, Ferrari P7, Mercedes in P8, Racing Bulls in P9, and Williams in last place. Alright, and that shall be then for everything for the race here, as we go back into qualifying now for the last 3.5 minutes, where we can see Jack currently coming around the final corner, setting a new personal best lap probably, as it's coming over the line now, and he jumps to P11 at the moment. Decent lap time from him. Let's see if he can get another one in this session, as we see most drivers are in the pit lane now and waiting to do the next lap. We have Quick, Jack's teammate, right behind him. He is starting his final run then. Probably his final run. And invalidates already. Yeah, that's gonna be very tricky here at Jeddah. We can easily invalidate here. One false move and you're either invalidating your lap time, or at worst you're even crashing into the wall here, as the walls are very close to the track. We have a very high speed track, so that means every collision with a wall probably means yeah, at least a broken front wing, and well, gonna turn that off for sure. Or at worst, you completely crash out of the race, which we hope we don't see too often here. We have 18 drivers, and we hope everybody makes it back in one piece after the race. So we're gonna have a lot of action on track, hopefully. But the past has shown that both in real life and in the F1 games in different leagues here as well in GSR, we're probably not gonna see everybody return in one piece into the pit lane at the end of the race. So yeah, stay tuned for some spectacles for sure that we're gonna see today. We have 8 here currently on his outlap, so as many other people as well. We have Speed Demon on provisional pole at the minute with a lap time of 1 minute 26.645. We have Jack retiring. Obviously he would make another lap. Then we got Vapor, our championship contender. Well, both of them actually, Speed Demon as well. But obviously our championship leader, Vapor, in P2 right now. Pretty close to Speed Demon. Hackeron, yeah, one of our debutants in P3 at the moment. Oscar and Tharlot in P4 and 5. And where do we have... Wait, am I completely stupid now? Lazar. Oh, sorry. Lazar in P7. I nearly missed him. Our second championship contender, of course. And we have 8 and starting his lap. I'm gonna close my door. Sorry. Trouble and Ivy are the same people, by the way. Alright. Copy. That's good to know. As we see Vapor coming here in... Sorry, Vapor 8 coming here into the hairpin, which will start the back straight of this lap with basically 2 braking zones. The first one here, and then this very long, very fast S-shaped part of the track where you can go full flat through all the curves and into this very impressive fast blind left-hander here. Easy to invalidate. Vapor, why do I want to keep saying Vapor? 8 kept it clean, stayed within the track limits, and now it's all the way down towards the last corner, the last rear braking zone of this lap. And then we're gonna see how much 8 can improve. Currently sitting in P10. Let's see what he can do. Pretty close to the wall, and now all the way up to the line. What can 8 do? He goes to P10. He stays P10. Small improvement, but not enough. And right behind we have Oscar crossing the line. And then we maybe have Vapor next crossing the line. No improvement for him. He stays in P2. We got an Aston Martin over the line next. That was Harold. Stays P16. A lot of other guys. We have the kick sauber of Jimbo coming over the line. P11. Then the Red Bull of XD Joseph. He stays P6. Here comes Speed Demon. Then can he improve even further? No, he can't. No improvement for Speed Demon. Lazar then. The last title contender then. Maybe over the line. Maybe he can do. Alfie stays P8. No improvement for all those guys. Mercedes right ahead. That's Morgan. Over the line. He jumps to P14. And here comes Lazar then. P5 right behind his teammate. Alright then. And I know we missed it a little bit, but that is qualifying over then. And we have Speed Demon, currently P3 in the standings. Starting from pole, Vapor, our championship leader, starting from second place. And Lazar, second in the standings. Starting all the way down in the third row, P5 for him. That's gonna be difficult for him. And yeah, we have some decent chances for Vapor then to win the title tonight. As we have, oh sorry, we have Quick still on a lap, but he comes into the pits, so yeah, no improvement for him. And yeah, we have some decent chances for Vapor to win the title tonight. Let me pull them up here. I know you can't see it now, but Vapor needs to outscore Lazar by 7 points and Speed Demon by 2 points. And if he can do that, then he's going to win the title. So basically, if Vapor wins the title tonight, he will be crowned champion, because neither Lazar or Speed Demon can do anything to, yeah, get closer within the final race. Yeah, so this is gonna be very, very exciting tonight. We maybe see our GSR Season 14 champion being crowned. Here we have then the quali results again. Kia, Infinity, Harold all starting from the back of the grid here. Jack, P15, Morgan, P14. But at the top, obviously, Speed Demon and Vapor. This is gonna be very intense in the first corner. Speed Demon pretty surely doesn't want to give up the title fight yet. Vapor obviously really want to clinch it tonight. But I think if things go bad, Vapor would stick back. So we might see an aggressive Speed Demon into turn 1. We might see a little bit more passive or pacifistic. A little bit more careful Vapor into the first corner. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. We have the conditions here already. We see no rain, that is good, but I didn't expect rain at Jeddah anyway. But I had to say we had rain last week in Abu Dhabi, so I wouldn't be surprised with anything anymore. So yeah, let's see what we're going to see here then. We have Oscar also posting a picture into the Discord, basically racing one-handed. We can see he got tape around his index and middle finger. So yeah, good luck with that, mate. And here we go, the formation lap. Oh, obviously, we've got to take a look at the tires. We see most drivers starting on the medium tires. No big surprise there. We see a couple of drivers starting on the hards. Vapor, the most prominent driver of them all, starting on hard tires from P2. This is going to be interesting. This could be a very good strategy for him if it will work. We got Jimbo in P11 also starting on the hard tires, and we got Jack, who already got disqualified for a collision, also starting on hard tires. He's starting all the way down in P15. Everybody else is starting on mediums. So yeah, let's see how this will evolve. But obviously, safety cars can play a huge factor here in Jeddah. Like I said, the walls are so close. One mistake and your race is basically over, and you're gonna land in the wall, and probably will cause a safety car. So let's see how things will shake up after the first lap, because obviously at a track like this, the first lap will be always chaotic, and there's already like a 90% guarantee that we're gonna see a safety car on the first lap. But maybe everybody can keep it clean. That would be very good. And yeah, let's see now as the drivers are coming back to the grid. Oh. Speed Demon and Vapor, they really were flying on this formation lap. Pretty much showing each other what they're capable of. With Vapor for a brief moment here overtaking Speed Demon even. But yeah, Speed Demon starting from pole. Vapor and Oscar, both Alpine in P2 and P3, and then Hackaround and Lazar in P4 and 5. So both Alpine up at the front, both McLaren up on the front, and we see Lazar overshooting his grid slot and being brought back a little bit. That's obviously not gonna be good for him. We have Thalo right behind him, the race winner of the last 2 races even. So he is a quick driver as well. We shouldn't leave him out of contention. And yeah, now we're waiting for the lights to turn on. And here we go then, the lights are turning on. Round 11 of GSR Season 14 is underway, and the lights are out, and it's a good start from Speed Demon, who gets away well. But here comes Vapor down the inside, maybe trying to look for the move, going for the lead. His teammate is right behind him. Vapor obviously on the medium tires. It's a little bit problematic. We have a car that's quick round in turn 1 already, but so far everything seems good. Speed Demon staying ahead. Then we got Vapor and Oscar. Hackaround then P4. We have Lazar dropping all the way down to P18. Something happened to Lazar. I wonder what happened there, because he is now all the way down into last place, and that's really gonna destroy his title hopes here. As up front the gaps spread a little bit already. We have Thalo going for a move on 8, who had a brilliant start. 5 positions gained at the start. Now only 4 because he got overtaken by Thalo. And immediately under pressure from the 2 Red Bulls who are going side by side now. Maybe want to try the double overtake here. This is going to be really interesting. Alfie ahead of Joseph. Then Morgan right behind them. Josh also not too far away. But 8 for now, leading into the third sector of this lap. And here they come again. The both Red Bulls side by side. Who will come out ahead? And now they're going for the move. Joseph overtaking Alfie and now also trying to go for the move on 8. But can't really make it yet. But now I think Joseph has a little bit of a higher top speed. And with that, he's going for the move. We also have Oscar very close to the back of his teammate, who's obviously fighting for the title. And we have 8 being overtaken by Joseph. And Morgan also overtaking Alfie. Good start from Morgan as well. He gained 6 positions now as well with that overtake into turn 1. And we have Lazar also back up to P14. So he gained a lot of positions back on the first lap. Even though he was quite far behind the grid. As now it's already starting to clear up a little bit. As drivers try to find the rhythm now. Yeah, very crucial at a track like this. Especially at a track like this. Where, like I said, one mistake can mean you're going into the wall. So you obviously want to find your rhythm and your pace. And here comes now Alfie with the overtake. Oh, and it's a crash into the blind left-hander. And obviously that never would have worked. You need to have 2 people that play along there. And usually you tend to don't have anyone. And there's Morgan also around. Morgan into the wall as well. I wonder if that was because of the contact happened with Alfie. As we have Speed Demon with the fastest lap now. No, Falo. Obviously, this is going to change a couple of times now. But, yeah, this is one of the things, yeah, that's very problematic around a track like this. There are good overtaking opportunities. And there are some very hard, difficult overtaking opportunities. And this is one of them. You usually can't really overtake there. And, yeah, like we've seen, the space is just running out for both drivers. And there is a very high chance of contact being made, like we just saw. Luckily, no safety car deployed. The marshals were able to clear all the debris quickly enough, so the race can continue. And at the top, we can see Speed Demon still in the lead, and he can't, however, break free from Vapor behind. And obviously, that's gonna really benefit Vapor here because Vapor is on the hard tire compound. That should help him in the long game, in the long term. Because later on in the race, Vapor can switch to the medium while everybody else is on a hard tire. So maybe this will play out. Although he is now under really much pressure from his teammate Oscar, who is himself under pressure from Hackeron in the McLaren. And remember, those are fighting for the constructors as well. So nobody really wants to give up their position. Everybody fights against each other. And here we might see the overtake happening now. Hackeron pretty close, going down into turn 1. Might send a dive bomb down the inside. No, he stays behind for now. Smart decision from him. Better not risk a collision here. We also have Falo in the background lurking for a moment. As we have Jimbo and Josh going at each other. And Lazar right behind him as well. And now we got a virtual safety car. And that is Morgan out right here. Can't really see him there. He's in the wall. And yeah, that's then obviously the first casualty of today. And it certainly won't be the last. Alright, then let's see who will get the best restart here. We have 8 in P6 here. Pretty good race so far from the Haas driver. But he's under pressure from Joseph right behind him. So let's see where those two will lead to. Like I said, behind we're at the battle between Jimbo and ATM Josh. And Lazar right behind. DRS is activated, and it's a good restart from Joseph, who might immediately get past the arse of 8, and yes, he does. Joseph up to P6, 8 to P7. Behind, in front of that, we didn't see it, but we could see it on the timing screen. We had Thalo also doing the same on Hackerrun, who now can retake the position and is back into P4, but they're both lost out to the guys ahead. They are now over 1 second away. So no DRS for neither of them, and here we have the three driver fight between Josh, Jimbo, and Lazar. Lazar, who might get a good exit out of the final corner here, should be good enough to catch Jimbo immediately. Josh seems quite far away, but here they come now, and this is going to be 3 wide into turn 1, maybe. No, Lazar stays behind for now. He knows better than that, as Jimbo gets the slide out of the first corner. And Lazar retakes the position again. So Lazar in P9 now, Jimbo in P10. Pretty close fights we got all over the field now. Obviously the charge from Lazar through the field. Once he can get past the Williams, we can make up some ground on the guys ahead. Show his pace. Unlucky start, and ahead we have a spin of 8. The spin from 8. Luckily he can drive on. Let's see if he got front wing damage. Let's hope not. And it's not looking like much front wing damage, at least. Wonder if that was in a collision with Joseph, maybe. Those two were pretty close. And here we have Lazar then. Very brave overtaking here in the S section, as he's into P8 now. And overtaking Josh. So now the gap to the car ahead, which is 8, is 2.7 seconds. Let's see how fast he can get that down. And here at the back of the field, also pretty close fights. Infinity, that F1 Boy, and Kia, all very close together, as well as we have Speedyman and Vapor going for it. 5 laps into the race. Oh, Oscar getting all out of shape there. Nearly going into the wall there. But luckily he kept it out of there. But yeah, 5 laps into the race, and it seems like the mediums could be be starting to be slower than the hards, maybe even, when Vapor can go for such an attack now. So this is gonna be very interesting now. I think Vapor could have really made a right decision here when it comes to the strategy. Unless, of course, there's a safety car now or in the next couple of laps that could really throw his strategy apart. But yeah, remember, Vapor needs, or he doesn't need, he needs to outscore Lazar by 7 points, which he does right now. And he needs to outscore by Speedyman by 2 points, which he doesn't. But maybe this will change now as they go all the way down into the final corner. No. Vapor stays behind for now, but maybe now into turn 1. Vapor sliding through the final corner. Really getting the traction. Trying to get the traction down early. And here they go now. But I don't think he's close enough. Does he send the dive? He sends the dive down the inside. Lock up from Vapor. Cuts the corner. And gives the position back. So fair play to him. A little bit too much there. And you really see that Vapor really wants to get a win here today, to secure the title tonight. Maybe wanna put some extra pressure on Speedyman then, as 8 gets a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations, sorry. And yeah, remember though, Vapor, if Vapor wins, he will secure the title, because there's nothing Speedyman or Lazar can do. When Vapor wins, he is the new champion. And Hackerrun also catch back. Ah, Hackerrun with a massive slide there. But also kept it straight somehow. Crazy. And now, once again, Vapor with a good run on Speedyman. I don't think it's going to be enough for the final corner, but maybe once again into turn 1. that's usually the place where you want to overtake, because if you overtake into the final corner, obviously you have to fear that the other driver will retake the position heading into turn 1, but I think Speedyman got a pretty good exit out of the final corner, and there's no chance for Vapor to go for the move. As we head into lap 8 of 25 then, so still a long way to go. And still pit stops for all the guys to do. We have fights in the background. No, not really. Josh, the first driver then to go into the pits. Oscar, we see here on board, struggling a little bit with the grip of the car, hitting the wall, sliding around. So Oscar's tires must be absolutely done now. Really can't control the car any good. We have also seen Thalo there in the background, who is not too far away either. 1.3 seconds behind Hackeren. So you definitely can't forget about all those guys. And also in the background, Joseph closing in 1.8 seconds on Thalo for himself there. So he's definitely showing what he can do. And here we have maybe the overtake. Vapor then going for the inside move into the fast left-hander. No, he doesn't. He knows better than that. But now he's really close to the back of Speed Demon. We might see an overtake for the lead here now as they head into the final corner. But once again, I think Vapor will stay behind. No, he dives down the inside. Takes the lead of this race for the moment. But Speed Demon right behind them, both sliding through the final corner. And Speed Demon right behind. Probably trying to retake the position heading into turn 1. He has to go the long way around as Vapor defends the inside line. Vapor is locking up once more. And that gave Speed Demon a way better exit out of turn 2. But I think the next straight, this one here, is too short. No chance for Speed Demon to retake the lead. And that means Vapor is now our net leader and would win the title as it stands right now. And here we see Speed Demon then trying to keep up with Vapor. We also have Lazar, the other title contender, being in the pit lane now, and he drops all the way down to P16 again. Yeah, really a devastating race for Lazar, which basically probably crushed his title hopes with the collision on lap 1. Still would like to know what happened there. As we see Speed Demon keeping up with Vapor for the moment at least, but at some point those medium tires, they will fall down as we have a fight here in the background. That's Quick, Lazar now and Kia. Lazar just overtaking Kia and now is going for the hunt on Quick. Maybe even getting to position now. Soon we have Abra ahead of them, who's going really slowly as he's hitting the wall. And Lazar with a brilliant move overtakes them all. Moves back up into P13. And we have more people coming into the pits. We have Oscar now in the pits. Infinity with a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations. And we have a close fight here between Abra and Kia, with the better end for the Mercedes driver right now. Also Harold coming in, and Abra as well. Both Aston Martin into the pits at the same lap. And Vapor then increasing the gap to Speed Demon to over 1 second, and that means no DRS for Speed Demon, and that's not crucial for Vapor. Now he can extend the gap as much as he likes. Hackeron also falling behind a little bit. And Speed Demon getting back into the DRS range, luckily for him. Which means he will get DRS now down into turn 1 on the main straight. Should benefit him with staying with Vapor. Should make it a little bit easier as we have Thala also into the pits. That was very close. Nearly getting a penalty there. 8 behind him also coming into the pits. So we should see all of the medium runners coming in now soon as well. We have Lazar with the next overtake on Josh. Moving up to P11 now. And here we have Jack and Oscar pretty close on track. Sorry, no, Jack and Thalo. But should be easy for Thalo to get past the racing ball, and he does right here. Beautiful move there from Thalo. Not the usual overtaking point, so yeah, fair play to him. As he moves back into P7 now. As we see Joseph then, kinda in a no man's land. 5 seconds behind Hackeron in P3 and 10 seconds ahead of Oscar in P5. So quiet but good race for him, as we have yellow flags somewhere. That's at the hairpin at the end of Sector 1, or at the beginning of Sector 2 I should say. We have Speedyman in. Speedyman coming into the pits now. Pretty surely going for the hard tires. Joseph also following him into the pits. Yes, and here we have the hard tires and for Speedyman. And Jimbo, Speedyman's teammate, will get out right ahead of him, but I think he's slowing down a little bit more to let his teammate through. Fair play from the teammates here. Lazar with the fastest lap as well, so Lazar really showing what he could have done if it wasn't for the crash on lap 1. And Hackeron here. One of the last 2 drivers on medium tires, Sim and Kia in P13. The only 2 who have been on the same tires since the start of the race. Well, obviously, apart from the hard tire starters, Vapor and Jimbo. So, I assume Hackeron will come into the pits at the end of this lap as well. Oh, we have an interesting fight. Oh, we have Thala overtaking Jimbo here. No surprise, considering the gap in the tire range. Yes, Hackeron is in the pit lane. Oscar will pass him. Speedyman as well. Thalo and Jimbo as well, but it's gonna be close. Here comes Hackeron right behind Thalo. We got yellow flags in Sector 1. That is the car of Abra being very slow. Maybe some wing damage as well, if I saw that correctly. Yes, left front end plate is missing, so wing damage for Abra. Very tough race for him once more. And this is a very interesting situation. Now we have Oscar, I think with the undercut, got past Speedyman. And now Vapor's teammate is ahead of his closest rival. Or second closest rival. So this will be very tough for Speedyman now to get past, I think. Because obviously that is one of the biggest dangers for Vapor now. That the undercut is so powerful. Obviously that Speedyman would get past him after Vapor comes to his stop. And we got a retirement in the pit lane. That's Abra. Obviously. No surprise, the damage to the car must have been too hard, too big for him to continue racing. So yeah, like I said, tough race for him. Unlucky, but yeah, it is what it is. At least he retired in pit lane, so thank you for that, mate. And here we might see Speedyman trying to go for an overtake with the fastest lap now. Round the outside into turn 1. Will we see the overtake? Oscar really defending hard, obviously. But Speedyman still staying alongside him. really want to get that overtake. And there's still side by side. Oscar might retake the position. It's very tight, but very fair. This is amazing racing here. Right out and nearly a collision, but it was all clear and Oscar stays ahead. And this is brilliant defending, and that really helps his teammate now. And that was some beautiful racing here, but we are not done yet. Speedyman is not giving up that easily. As we see him very close to the back of that car, but obviously it's gonna be very hard to overtake at the end of this straight. It's a very legendary fast left-hander, and Oscar already defending the inside line. Oscar really giving it all he can. Trying everything to help his teammate. Really using all his ERS now as well to keep Speedyman behind. Speedyman, however, gets very close. But again, the outside line. It's very close again. And side by side, they come now out of the final corner. And all the way down into the first corner. And here comes Oscar then. Trying to retake the position. And I think he will. And he gets ahead. Speedyman tries to keep up with him, but can't quite make it. This is really costing Speedyman a lot of time, as we have Vapor in the pit lane. Oh, but he comes out way far behind all those guys. Having a little bit of a struggle with Joseph there, but stays ahead. Now Thalo is ahead of him, and Hackeron as well. So Oscar needs to slow Speedyman down even further. Gap between Speedyman and Vapor is around, what do we have, 4.5 seconds, something like that. Definitely manageable for Vapor, being on the medium tires now with 10 laps to go. But he got a little bit of traffic ahead, so let's see. It would be enough for him if he would come home in P2 and Speedyman would be behind him. Then he would gain 3 points on Speedyman, and he only needs to gain 2. But getting past the Kicksauber will be a whole different task. We have Vapor already overtaking Thalo then. Moving up to P4. And once again, Speedyman can't get past Oscar into turn 1. That's really annoying Speedyman right now, I would assume. As we also have Jumbo, the last driver to pit, is now coming into the pits. Alfie now with the fastest lap. Oh, thank you, Palasin Kisa. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Oh, what is the spin off Oscar? Oh, right now, spin off Oscar, and Speedyman is through. And Oscar nearly went into the wall there, but here's his teammate Vapor already getting past. He's right behind Speedyman now. And in all of that chaos, Hackeron even took the lead of the race, and now it's all chaos here on lap 16 already. I didn't see that coming at all. That is some, yeah, chaos here right now. And we see Speedyman got some wing damage, if I see correctly. No. And that's now absolute chaos. And yes, Speedyman got wing damage. He's completely missing the front left end plate. And that is disaster now for Speedyman. I mean, it was already looking quite difficult for him with being stuck behind Oscar for such a long time. But now it's even more disaster, and I think Vapor will get him on this very lap. And with that overtake on Speedyman, he will pretty much secure the title. And you can see Speed Demon struggling now. It's getting very close as Speed Demon nearly squeezing Vapor between himself and the wall. But Vapor got through. And with that, Vapor is currently again winning the title tonight. Even though he's not winning on track right now, as Hecaran surprisingly took the lead there. But Vapor now on the still fresh medium tires will start the hunt on the McLaren ahead. And Speed Demon now has to be careful and watch into the mirrors once more, as Oscar might want to retake that position now with Speed Demon's broken front wing, as Oscar doesn't have a broken front wing. That's crazy. We saw Oscar spinning into the wall basically, but in the end it was Speed Demon who got the wing damage. And here comes Oscar then down into the final corner. It's getting very tight, and Oscar's still staying with Speed Demon. But he stays behind for now, has to tuck in behind again. Maybe now down into turn 1. It's getting tight again, and he is squeezing through between Speed Demon and the wall, trying to dive down the inside. Both making contact on multiple occasions, I would say. And Speed Demon now is behind Oscar once more in P4. The question now is, can Speed Demon recover from that? Can he retake the position again, or is the wing damage too hard? I think the wing damage is too severe now. So Speed Demon will slowly lose out. And here comes Joseph now as well, nearly crashing into the back of Speed Demon. Maybe even making some contact as Speed Demon slams into the wall once more. And here comes Tharlo through as well. And yeah, that's Speed Demon's race over, sadly. I don't see him driving to the end on this car, to be honest. Wouldn't be a surprise if he would just give up now. But on the other side, major respect if he will bring it home, though. 7 laps to go. You can drive to the end now. And yeah, I mean, it's a very sad moment for Speed Demon now, because he's realizing now that his title hopes are over, as we have another car into the wall. That's Josh in Sector 1 into the wall, and he is also having severe front wing damage now. He would definitely come in again now to let that repair. As we have also Infinity struggling in turn 1, slamming into the wall as well. And Speed Demon now into the pits, yes, to repair the wing damage, of course. Yeah, very sad moment for him. Overall, a sad moment for both of the other championship contenders. Obviously, Vapor having a pretty good race so far, but Lazar and Speed Demon both having an absolute disastrous race. Lazar in the opening lap already, and yeah, Speed Demon now on lap 17, if I'm correct, it was. Yeah, and that pretty much means Vapor will be champion, unless, of course, he suddenly forgets how to drive and just crashes into the wall a couple laps before the end. But obviously, let's hope that is not the case and that's not happening. Now the only question is, can Vapor go for the win here, maybe? We have Josh retiring in the pit lane, no surprise than that. Yes, we also have those 3 guys here, Oscar, Joseph and Tharlo, all battling it out for the last podium spot. So this is gonna be very interesting as well, because we have got 6 laps remaining. And yeah, all of them want to end up on the podium. So let's see who will take it. And that obviously could also play a big role in the constructor standings, as we have both Alpine currently on the podium. That will be some very good points for the team. I mean, where is I can check that again for you if you want, as we have the things calming down a little bit, even though Oscar had a very poor exit now out of Sector 1. Joseph right behind him, but he has to stay behind for now. And he is staying behind for now. So let's see, Alpine currently leading the constructors. but only 4 points ahead of McLaren and Sauber as well. So yeah, very surprising that Sauber is in the mix, but they had some very good results in the last weeks. We're slowly climbing to the top of the table as well. But yeah, so McLaren, obviously both drivers in the points. Häkkinen currently on route to win this race even though Vapor is close behind him and tries to challenge him for that. And Lazar still in the points, 2 points for him at the moment, down in P9. Sauber, it's looking even a little bit worse, P10 and P7. So yeah, that's only 7 points. And then we have yellow flags ahead. That's the Ferrari of Infinity, I believe. Yeah, but then Vapor and Oscar, both Alpines in P2 and P3, so they will secure a lot of points. And Vapor maybe even going for the win. But Oscar is in danger a little bit. Could drop down to P5. So, yeah, let's see what is happening in the last 5 laps then. As Vapor is in DRS range of Häkkinen then. Let's see if we can take that win from him. Häkkinen on his debut here tonight with a very, very amazing performance. But the question now is, can he stand against our champion-to-be? Or will he fall also under his reign? Yes, we have Vapor very close now. We might see an overtake happening already on this lap. Heading into the final corner. Here he comes. Vapor has to go for the long way around. Häkkinen defends the inside line. And with that he keeps the position for now. But now Vapor down into turn 1. Could maybe go for a move again with the DRS and ERS. Vapor giving it all. But so does Häkkinen. Häkkinen defending the inside line. And Vapor has to tuck in behind once more. As they both come closer now to Kia. And we have Joseph behind. Side by side with Oscar going for that 3rd place. Still side by side, but I think Joseph got it. Yeah, so Joseph up into P3 now. Oscar down to P4. That's 3 points less for Alpine. Obviously, the Sauber and McLaren drivers will be happy about that. And Oscar now runs wide. That could have opened the door for Thalo. But he is not close enough. Oh, and I just saw Joseph also having a penalty already. And Vapor now also getting a penalty. That is huge. Lazadan, by the way, with the overtake on Alfie. So, again, some more points for the McLaren team. And that is huge now. Vapor with the penalty. That is quite unusual for Vapor. And that's making it really hard now to secure the win of this race. Not the win of the title. This is very likely. But the win of this race now slipped away from Vapor quite massively, I have to say. He might get the penalties removed. But even then, he needs to overtake Häkkinen and needs to finish P1 on track. Which he might do now. But again, Häkkinen defending the inside line. Very late breaking from Vapor as they both make contact. Vapor once again going off the track and another 3-second time penalty. And I'm pretty surely he won't get that one removed. So at least one 3-second time penalty will stay at the end of Vapor's race. And that's probably gonna mean he is not going to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in GSR Season 14. Unless something happens. But yeah, the question now is actually... Okay, Oscar won't push that hard to push Vapor down from P2. But if Thalo could overtake Oscar and Joseph as well, he's not too far away from the 6 seconds of Vapor. We see Joseph being 7.5 seconds behind now. Actually, we could take a look at the penalties. We see Vapor with 6 seconds, Joseph with 3. So as everybody else who got a penalty, except Quick Vic, he is also on 6 seconds. The penalty of Alfie in P9 means that Jimbo will get past him and moves up to P9. Same goes for 8 in P6. Speedy Moon will be behind. And here comes the overtake now. Sorry, we nearly missed it. Vapor taking the lead of this race for now. But Häkkinen might fight back, and he got 70% ERS left. Vapor got none left, so Häkkinen really got all the energy he needs to retake the position and retake the lead of this race. Sorry, guys. It's a lot of stuff going on, as we also have Thalo now. He might have hurt me. Trying to overtake Oscar around the outside into turn 1. It's getting very tight and close between them. They make contact. Thalo gets a 3-second time, but at the end they two got together again. And they are still going side by side into the next couple of corners. And again, both going off the track, and they're both round. Oscar getting spun into the wall. Thalo also maybe picking up some damage there. No, not really. Oscar with the DNF as well. That was some chaos that happened there. Lazar coming through that part of the track now. Also one more position, and that is huge for the constructors, as Alpine doesn't score that much points anymore. Oh my god. That is now really huge for the constructor standings, because Alpine looking very likely to become the champion. Not in this race, but maybe in the next, as they would have secured a lot of points today, but now they don't. Now they will only secure 25 or 18 points. That's not so much anymore. That's I mean, that's maybe McLaren will even score more points now. As Häkkinen, let's say Vapor would win, that would be 25 points. Häkkinen would get 18. Lazar would still get Vapor 6 points. So okay, no, 24 points for McLaren then, 25 for Alpine, but yeah, that would only increase the gap to around 5 points instead of 4. Yeah, so very crazy stuff now that happened. That really shook up the constructor standings now. As we have Thalo here close to Kia, but he is being lapped. Yeah, so the only really fight we are having now is the fight between Häkkinen and Vapor, but even there, the gap increased to over 1 second now. We have the final lap anyway, so I don't expect anything to change here overall. Yeah, that's now a calm last lap for this very exciting race overall. What happened to the stream of Abu Dhabi? What do you mean? It should be on the YouTube. As we are following Häkkinen down on his last few meters now. On his debut here in GSR, he instantly is getting that victory. And through the final corner it goes. And up to the line. Here comes Häkkinen, and on his debut he is winning on track. But all eyes on Vapor as he is securing the GSR Season 14 Drivers title. Congratulations to the man of the hour in the Alpine, Joseph Dam, coming home on the podium as well, taking some decent points for Red Bull as well. Thalo, after 2 wins in a row, only P4. Speed Demon then in P5, and he must be very much annoyed with that race result. Lazar than the other title contender right behind him, so we got both title contenders here. Yeah, very close together on track. Yeah, that is the symbol of what happened today. Yeah, 8 P6, Lazar P7, Ivy P8, Jimbo P8, Ivy P9. So also some good points for Sauber as well. And oh my god, did Lazar didn't finish the race. Wait, would he drop down behind Jack? Oh my god. I think Lazar crashed too early into the wall. And oh my god. Oh my god. Lazar crashed too early. That is a lot of points that McLaren is gonna miss out on now. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, but congratulations to Vapor for the win of the constructor, for the win of the driver's title. Yeah, so Misty, it's the Abu Dhabi stream is not on Twitch. It should be on the YouTube now. Look up for GSR Remastered on YouTube. There we have all the race replaced. Well, most of it. I kind of fucked up a little bit. But anyway, here we have the 3 podium runners now from today's race. And congratulations again to all 3 of them, but especially Vapor in P2, but also for our debutant then. And yeah, amazing race. I'm happy with P9. Yeah, Jack, congratulations. Decent result. And let's see then the full race results here. Alright, let's go. Alright. And here we have the race results then. Congratulations again to Hackaron on winning the race. Vapor for winning the title. Joseph P3, Thalo P4, Speedyman P5, 8 P6, Jumbo P7, Alfie and Jack P8 and 9, Harold P10. Just making sure I get everything here. And Quick P11, Lazar P12, Kia, Infinity, P13 and 14, and sorry, I was way too slow for that. I'm sorry, but a lot of stuff was going on in the last lap. So let's see if we can get the drivers in for some interviews. And oh, wow, I didn't need to ping you guys. Wow. Amazing. Alright. Can you guys all talk? Do your mics work? Can you hear me? Then. Okay, nice. Alright, guys. So, yeah, welcome then to the post-race interviews for the GSR Season 14 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Yeah, first of all, thank you all for being here. Congratulations. And of course, we're gonna start with our P3 driver, Joseph. Yeah, first of all, again, thank you for being here. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, that was a decent race from you. You were apart in the kind of no man's land in between the podium drivers, the top 3, and the guys behind you. But in the end, it was enough for you to secure a podium. Did you expect that at all going into this race? Yeah, and overall, were you happy with your pace today, or did you think you could have done something different? There could have been something more, or just happy with the pace? Yeah, and strategy-wise, I mean, I think you might have. Oh, can't hear him. So sorry. Wait a second. Oh god, I'm sorry. Um, I might have to fix that. Oh no. Wait a second, guys. Please wait. uh, uh. Oh damn it. That is now. How do I fix that now? Yeah, that is good, but um, can you say something?
Hello.
Oh yeah, now it's working. Okay. All right, guys. So sorry, Joseph. A little bit of it that was now lost into outer space, basically. um, but yeah, let's see. Let's talk about the strategy because yeah, obviously we saw the field being spread between basically medium to and hard runners and hard and medium runners. Do you think you were on the right strategy today, or do you think you should have switched for the other one maybe, and that would have better fitted you today?
Um, nah, I don't think so. I always like to start on the faster tire and then go on the hards, because usually in this game the hards last for a while. Pretty much always do that strat, medium hard or medium hard hard. So paid off.
Yeah, all right. And heading into the final race of the season now, Brazil next week. Yeah, obviously the title is over, but there could be still a little bit of change in the constructor standings. How do you prepare for next week now, or how do you treat the next race? Is it just like a big celebration of the season for you, basically like a nice race at the end of the season, or do you still try your very very best and try to really get the best result for the Red Bull team?
Yeah, I'm still gonna try my best. I know me and Trevor was gonna try and get the max of what we can get, and hopefully we can work together and maybe get 1-2 or 2-3.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I think that's everything from me then today. Once again, congratulations on the podium, and thank you for being here. And yeah, good luck next week in Brazil.
Thank you.
All right, we move on to our second place finisher then, Vapor. So once again for you too. First of all, congratulations on the podium. Thank you for being here. And yeah, obviously also congratulations on the title. Pretty surely, but we come on to that later. For now, let's talk about the race. Yeah, like I already mentioned to Joseph, we had basically two kind of strategies. You picked the one where you started on hards and went on to mediums later, and that pretty much worked in your favor. How was it for you? What do you say?
Yeah, that was a weird race, to be honest. Obviously, what you said about the strategy is completely right. Sort of a tale of two halves, you know. It didn't really help that somebody readied up about 30 seconds in, or not even that, like 10 seconds in. Basically meant I was on panic mode and I didn't have any time to sort of think it through, and I just went hards because I thought I want the mediums at the end to come back at people. That wasn't the right decision. I should have started on the mediums. I couldn't get past. I kept sort of struggling to get past Speed Demon on the first stint at turn one. Um, Again, no line. I've got really big braking issues. And it's not like it's not like sort of anything to do with my equipment or anything. I just can't brake somehow, making overtakes on no line. I think that's just something I'm gonna have to get used to as I sort of keep getting better on no line. But my pace today was really good. I just kept making little mistakes here and there. But I had a lot more time on my qualifying lap. I thought I could have got pole, but I sort of bottled the last lap. I was like a tenth and a half up through the middle of sector one, and then I sort of went wide, and it cost me loads of time. So that could have been another pole, but obviously you can't have all of them. So I wasn't too bothered about that. But could start on the hard as well. But yeah, no, as you say, I had to take the hards along if I wanted any chance of getting a good result out of that race. And honestly, the tyre wear for me was awful. I was 80% on both sets of tyres, which isn't great because it should just be a one stop pretty easily around here. But obviously I was pushing my tyres too much. But yeah, no, what you said about strategy is completely right. You know, tail of two ends, and I just came off worse on this time.
Yeah, and you already mentioned the brake issues. We saw you locking up and going wide a lot of times into turn one. What was really the difficulty there going, maybe especially into turn one? What made you, yeah, go wide a couple of times?
don't know. Honestly, I think it might be something to do with my brake bias because I feel like a lot of the time I try and make moves and I don't move my brake bias forward to like 50. So my I've was 54, so that's 53. I probably should have been like 51, 52, but I think I was just scared that my brakes were going to lock up on my rear and I was going to spin. But yeah, no, I couldn't get it right. It's sort of like I don't know if you remember like the sort of Kota one where I sort of kept locking up and going wow and trying to take Lazar. It was similar here with both Hecron and Speed Demon. Um, and obviously that gave me a straight up 3 second penalty. So it's something I really need to work on, especially with how sort of competitive the field's getting. You know, we've just come off back to back wins for Fallow, who's completely new to the league. Hecron's new to the league; he's just got a win. The league's sort of getting and it's evolving into a sort of a lot more competitive league, and that means that if I want to sort of I don't doubt my own ability, but if I want to sort of be consistently winning again, sort of like I had a little spell in the middle of the season, then I need to sort of put my game, but obviously, I've sort of not been practicing as much these recent weeks, which maybe could contribute it. Obviously, I had a horror race in Abu Dhabi, which obviously didn't go to plan at all, but um, I've just been obviously going into my final year of A levels. I'm sort of trying to crack down in real and sort of have more real life commitments as well. So it's nothing, it's nothing that I can't iron out. It's just I've got to work a way to balance my time, and I've also got to prioritize my sort of outside life to this. So um, yeah, no, my the braking issues I'll try and fix them, and hopefully I can stop locking up as much into sort of Harvey braking zones, making moves.
Yeah, and at this, I was thinking to myself how you would take the start of the race because let's talk about the start. Obviously, starting from P2 is not that bad, but obviously you got Speedyman right ahead of you, one of your two title rivals, and yeah, I mean the chances were good for you this race, that you could win the title. Speedyman really had to get a better result than do you basically. So Speedyman would have needed to risk it a little bit more. So I wanna know how you approached the start of the race, being behind Speedyman. Did you already plan to be a little bit more careful into turn one, or treat it like every other race? Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, the term one was sort of treated like a normal race, but my main focus was sort of Lazar in P5, and then it was Speed. Obviously, that's with no offense to Speed Demon, but obviously Lazar was a few points ahead of him. So my immediate focus was Lazar, sort of in qualifying. Speed was being ahead of me. I wasn't overly fond of it, but I wasn't in something that I was worried about. I thought I had the pace to keep with him. He's very fast. I think he proved that today. And honestly, I actually think he got. I don't know what happened with him and Oscar, but if it's sort of what he's told me with sort of Oscar spinning or something like that, then he's got really unlucky there because I don't think I would have. I think without that, I think I would have finished. I think I would have finished P4. Um, and if he won that race, that would have been definitely title on for him going into Brazil. That puts a lot of pressure back on me. Um, so yeah, that's just unfortunate for him. And I guess sort of um, frustrating, but also he's just been so consistent this season. I don't think he's actually picked up a race win, but he's just been able to sort of hang with us all season, and obviously his consistency's paying off. And I'm sure he's going to be a big threat next season. So I was keeping an eye out of him, and I'm going to still keep an eye out of him into Brazil because I'm sure he's going to come out swinging. I mean, I'm not gonna keep my guard down, but there's a lot to play for still in Brazil with the constructors and stuff with Sauber, McLaren, and us. So I'm sure he's going to come out and give me his best, and I hope he does because I think it could make Brazil very exciting finale.
Yeah, and final question now about this race for you. Um, Looking back at the last couple of laps, after your pit stop, basically, you came out behind Speedyman. Obviously, Lazar to that point had a disastrous race anyway and was pretty much out of contention. But yeah, Speedyman was still there, and yeah, he was ahead of you, and you were obviously closing in slowly. And but what were your thoughts in that process? Like, did you think this could still get really intense and difficult? And especially, what were your thoughts then after, yeah, basically the crash that happened up front and you basically swooped past him, yeah, with ease then after the collision?
Uh, Obviously, as I said, just sort of after like lap 4 when Lazar dropped back, I just sort of focused my attention to him, and coming out behind him wasn't ideal, and he sort of had a really good first stint, but I didn't have a reaction to sort of the collision. Obviously, I was sort of happy it got me up, but I wasn't, I wasn't jumping around. I was just sort of like, oh, something's happened here. It looked very weird as well on the exit. So, yeah, it was intense, a lot of battle before, but I'm sure we probably could have had a good battle towards the end, but my tires just dropped off anyway. So, um, I was sort of set for P4 until that happened. So yeah.
Yeah, all right. That will be everything from me then for that race. We'll come back to you after we had our talk with our race winner. Obviously, to do the champion interview. So don't leave yet. Even though I
Okay.
know you won't anyway. But yeah, we'll come
Yeah,
back
of
to you
course.
in a minute. And
Alright.
we move on then to our race winner today, Hackaron. First of all, congratulations on the win. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, I mean, obviously, making your debut here in GSR and winning the race is obviously amazing. Even though we had it, I think, 2 times already in the season, so this is not a third time or something like that. But still, nonetheless, I mean, pretty good result for your first race here. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I feel good, you know. I just woke up and asked Oscar if he has any league race, and I joined. And I'm not gonna be here or anything. I only joined because I'm on break for school and I have the whole week off. So I did the race today. So this will be my only race in this league, unfortunately. Uh, which is today. So yeah, but the racing was good. I had a good race, you know. It wasn't boring or anything to me. Everything worked out perfectly, medium hards, and yeah, I ended up from P4 to P1, and I had a disconnection in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you already showed some good pace in qualifying, and in the race you were kinda at the beginning, kinda just waiting in the. I always said in the background you could see
Yeah.
Hackeran. You were basically waiting for a good moment to arise, and I mean you made the perfect execution out there. Like, your pace was good, the strategy was good. Could there have been anything that could have been better today?
Um, no, I think I executed everything perfectly how I wanted to. I was thinking of going hard mediums at first, but I feel like there's gonna be a safety car since it's Jeddah and there's a full grid too. So I just went medium hard's the safer option.
Yeah, and I mean, how much did you? Oh, what? How high was the pressure on those last laps when you saw Vapor being behind you? I mean, you said it. You just basically jumped into this league, so I don't know if you prepared yourself for anything. Maybe looked at the standings or anything, or if you just got in. But still, Vapor now being our champion, he is a quick driver, and if you see him behind you, for sure, either way, if you know him or not, you start to feel the pressure pretty surely. But how was it for you? Did you really sweat much? How was it, this penalty situation? What was going through your mind on that last couple of laps?
Um, when I saw Vapor behind me, I wasn't like thrown under pressure or anything. I wasn't. This is like weird to say, but like this was the only like race that I have not like sweating, no sweating or anything. It was just perfect. Um, but yeah, when Vapor was behind me the couple of laps, I was just playing it smart. I had a lot of ERS, so I don't think he would have passed me. But yeah, I was just playing tactics here and there, see what I can do. But I don't really think he could have overtaken me because I was on hards and I knew his mediums were dead for sure. So I was just being careful on the last laps, and on the last lap, I just burned all my ERS and was just full push.
Yeah, and we also saw that Vapor, it never was really that close. I mean, we saw one overtake, or one very good try for him into turn one. Or maybe, let's say you were going side by side down into turn one, and I think it was pretty close there. How was that for you, especially because I think that was that was really on the edge there.
Yeah, on lap one, third one.
Yeah, on turn one.
Oh yeah. yeah, I overtook Oscar. Then he did like a brave swing around the outside, and he passed me. So I just let him go, and I was just thinking about saving my tires the whole race when we started, and like you said, I was just waiting for my moment to pounce, and yeah, and when I waited for my moment, I just showed my pace and just pushed.
Yeah, all right. And final question. Before the race eventually, or I mean, at the moment you knew that we're going to drive Jeddah. What were your thoughts then? How are you feeling for Jeddah? Did you feel like it could be a good race for you? Not in terms of the competition, but the track itself. Do you think Jeddah is a good track for you, or did you think it would have been a little bit more difficult?
Uh, Personally, I like Jeddah. I think it's a great track. You know, you have to like be very precise and know the limits of the track. You know, not get any warnings, track limit penalties, um, etc. So yeah, I like Jeddah. When I woke up, it was like 7 in the morning for me. Then I messaged Oscar, and he told me it was Jeddah. So I started practicing a little bit, and yeah, I think Jeddah is a great track overall.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I think that's everything from me then. Um, Once again, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win. And yeah, who knows? Maybe we see you one day again here in GSR.
Yeah,
Feel free, feel welcomed here if you want to drive here. And
yeah,
yeah,
you'll
until
see me
then,
back.
good luck with your next race, wherever you drive.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Right, and then once again, ladies and gentlemen, we come back now to our champion of GSR Season 14 Vapor. Yeah, we have talked already a lot, but now the moment truly has arrived. You have been crowned champion here, one race before the end. Yeah, it was still a long season, 11 races up to this point, one race to go. How good must it feel now to have this pressure off your shoulders?
Yeah. Honestly, I sort of I didn't know if I could do it today, but um, I just obviously managed to get it over the line. But yeah, I mean, I'm over the moon with it, but I'm sort of also concentrating on the constructors now. You know, I'm obviously gonna, you know, I am happy, but I'm sort of wanting to get my head down now and just sort of focus on Brazil. Um, but yeah, no, it's been a great fight between sort of me, Speed Demon, and Lazar, but I think it's just sort of I just think I've been able this season to sort of manage my sort of races very well, keep my tempo, and you know, I think those sort of 3 wins in a row at Belgium, Canada, and Kota sort of really pushed it over the line because obviously I have had some mishaps, you know, Austria, missed Spain, obviously last week, but I think I've just had sort of an edge in some races where I've just been able to push it that little more and sort of found my sort of line pace on no line. So yeah, I'm over the moon with that, and sort of my first championship really with no line. I'm really happy.
Yeah, and let's talk a bit about the championship up to this point because obviously, I mean, most of the races you have driven, you also ended up on the podium. Do you think that is one of the key differences to, yeah, Lazar and Speedyman who might missed out on a podium a couple of more times than you? Was that the reason for your win today, or do you think it was maybe something else?
I wouldn't say it's just like the podium. Obviously, you know, you look at it on paper. You know, I have managed to stay on the podium most of the times I've finished a race, but you know, so is Speed Demon really. He just hasn't been able to win a race. A lot of the times this season he's just got unlucky really. Same with Lazar. He got so I know he had well. He he did get a bit lucky in Austria. I'll say that, but he got obviously unlucky in Imola. He had he should have been on the podium in Canada, Singapore again, and we had a good battle in Kota which he could have won. So the you know they're two great drivers and they really helped like push me this season, and it's sort of actually sort of just kept me practicing my no line. You know, it's sort of people like that in the league who sort of you know, a lot of the time, pace, sometimes even faster. It's just nice having them there, you know, just keep me pushing and keep me sort of chugging along. But yeah, no, I have been consistent. That's been my good thing this season. I've been really consistent. I sort of kept my nose clean a lot of the time. I think that's a big thing. Just keeping sort of my nose clean, managing my sort of managing my pace, keeping out of trouble, and just just sailing along really, and sort of taking each race one by one. It's really important, and it's sort of what's got me to the championship this season.
Yeah, all right. And one final question then you're free to go. What do you take with you now going into the final race at Brazil? Obviously, the Constructors is still up for grab, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna aim for that as well. But still, do you be a little bit more risky maybe going into some fights, or what do you take with you now heading into the final race of the season?
But yeah, what you just said really. It's gloves off now. It's sort of the drivers is done. I've not got anything to risk. I'm just gonna go for it in Brazil. I'm gonna try and practice a lot. It's one of the tracks I've done no line before. And it's sort of gonna be a sort of one of those races where I need to just sort of win basically. If I want to, depends if Edgar's races or I mean I know Oscar retired today, which really sort of he's my friend. That annoyed me that he retired because we could have used those extra points in the constructors. So that wasn't great, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely push in the final round. I'm not just gonna give up like that. I want to get the constructors as well, and I want to sort of crown off this Alpine season with a good result because I think I've sort of and out of Edgar's as well. I'm not sure who my teammate was before Edgar's, but we've sort of been in the lead the whole way, and we finally lost it in Jeddah, and I want to get it back. So I'm gonna definitely push for next week. So that's a warning sign to Speed Demon and Lazar, Callum, I'm Jimbo even in the thing. I'm gonna try and make sure Alpine get the constructors. So I'm definitely gonna start practicing for that over the next weekend. And hopefully, yeah, we can seal it. And once I've done that, I can confidently say I've had a perfect season.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left to ask you. So yeah, with that I would say once again congratulations on the podium here, and very big congratulations on winning the title, the driver's title. And yeah, with that, good luck and have fun in the final race in Brazil next week.
Cheers, thank you.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end with round 11 of GSR Season 14. Thanks all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the race. That was definitely a blast to watch. And yeah, I hope to see you all guys next week then again as we head into the final race of GSR Season 14 in Brazil. My name's Soren. And yeah, hope to see you guys next week again. Bye bye.